This time is love. What will I do? My new favorite thing. It's a lip serum. You squirt just a little bit down. It's a pump. You put a little bit on your lip. And then they feel like smooth butter. When I tell you this is not to be played with, Tonette, out there in Oceanside, California, thank you for sending me this. I love this. That's my new favorite thing. After I brush my teeth, every single time I brush my teeth, I put some of that on my lips. When I tell you feel like you ready to kiss something or somebody, and then I take this other lip serum that she got me. I don't even remember what this is because I took it out of the pack. But it's some other organic lip thing. I think it's by ECO, the company ECO. And then I put a little of that on to oh yeah, here it is. It's EOS. You probably can't see that though. But yeah, it's EOS. That's what it is. And this is like a vanilla bean flavor. So it has a little taste to it. But this right here is by Blistex. And I don't even really fool with Blistex. But this Blistex lip serum, conditioning lip serum will get your dry ass lips right together. So if you know you got dry lips that tend to peel and stuff, and they hard, they feel like staples and sandpaper when you kissing somebody, you want to get you some of this. What's up, Adrian Lancaster, my new friend? You know what? I was going to talk about you on here tonight, but since you're in here, and then I whipped out my wallet today that Bianca up there in New Jersey got me for my birthday. For those that might be a little slow, that's CraigTheWriterStewart. Amen. Praise Jesus. I got my food stamp card in here. I'm not going to show y'all my food stamp card because I know it's a few set workers in there, and I know y'all might be trying to screenshot my EBT card. And I don't need to fly to wherever you are and kick nobody's ass for using up my monthly benefits. So I got my monthly benefits already for the month of May. I will be at the grocery store tomorrow, burning up the grocery store with my sunglasses. I'm going to go in there with a pair of nice sunglasses on and light the grocery store up. I will be in Whole Foods tomorrow because I need to get some of that Beyond Meat burgers by, who is it by? I can't remember who they by. But hold on. Let me go into the laundry room. So I did a little laundry today. Let me share with you. I did a little laundry today. So Tonette over there in Oceanside, California, who sent me these lip serums and things, she also sent me this. Now, what you know about a vegan, I guess I'm saying it right. I guess it's vegan. But anyway, basically, this is 100% natural. Let me turn this light down, because see, you can't even see what the fuck I'm trying to show you. Turn this light down some. So I use this all natural laundry detergent. So there's no soap. Let me tell you something. Aromatherapy laundry soap. It's not a detergent, I should say. It is soap. This is frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh. When I say Tonette did this, Tonette did the damn thing. So let me tell you something. I just spent the weekend getting used to my stuff. Is Adrian Lancaster still in here? Because I'm about to talk about you in a moment. When I tell you I did this with my laundry today, I don't know how much this shit cost. I don't know how much this shit cost. What's up, Tracy Martin up there in Buffalo, New York? I don't know how much this shit cost. But I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be preserving that. But she also sent me these little Dasani drops. These little Dasani flavored water drops. You know how Will was using this Crystal Light with all this aspartame and shit in it? Well, she sent me a bunch of these. And when I say a bunch, I do mean a bunch. She sent me all of these, right? All of these different flavors. So there's pear, there's strawberry watermelon, strawberry kiwi, there's pink lemonade. So I get me a bottle of water, and I sprinkle a little bit in my water, and I shake it up, and I drink it. Can't tell me nothing. I'm about to take me a protein shake. She sent me all this protein stuff. So this is actual power beets, like the like beets, you know, the vegetable. So you take a little scoop. You take a little scoop of the beets. You put it in 8 ounces of water, like a half a bottle of water. Shake it up and go ahead and drink it. See, this is the kind of shit you need. Okay? Now, generally speaking, you can purchase this stuff with an EBT card because ain't none of this stuff hot food. And you can't buy hot food with an EBT card. Now, I have a problem with the government because of that, because sometimes I need to be able to use my EBT card on hot food. They were talking about that tonight on Roseanne, how you can't use your EBT card. Why can I get cold food, but I can't get hot food on my EBT card? Now, in California, you can use your EBT card on hot food. Okay, so this is made by New Therapy. N-U Therapy. Tonette, I take this every day. This is my everyday ritual right here. These things right here. This is super cleanse. This is organic juice cleanse. It's 35 fruits and vegetables. This is all organic and all natural and all vegan. So there are no chemicals and shit in here. So all of you that are wondering if you come off the meat, if you can get all your nutrition and stuff, this is the kind of shit you do. Now you can either take a little scoop and put it in some water and drink it, or you can put it in your protein shake. Now my suggestion, because I've done both, my suggestion is that you take a scoop and put it in some water and just go ahead and drink it. Because when you put all of these things in a protein shake, the shit is too gritty. And it tastes like dirt, okay? So it's just too much in there. So I just would say take a scoop, a scoop, a scoop. Now I'm about to go ahead and take me a scoop because I just got in from the gym. I don't know where you buy any of this stuff because this was gifted to me from Tonette. Now I don't know where you get this from. Now this I've seen in the grocery store. There's Dasani drops that it's just flavored. So those of you that talk about you don't like to drink water and shit, get you some Dasani drops, because see, that's why your skin all beat up, because you're not drinking water and you wonder why your pee is orange. Okay, get you some of these Dasani drops and get your ass to drinking some water, and you wondering why your colon and shit ain't right. She also sent me all of these things. I've showed you guys this stuff before, but I'm showing you again because I've actually had an opportunity to use all of this stuff now, okay? So that's why I'm showing you again. So I'm not bragging and shit, because I know it's a bit of bitch in here talking about, why he showing us again? He already showed us this. He had all weekend off. He ain't got nothing else to talk about. Yeah, I got plenty to talk about, but I'm talking about this shit first. So this right here is green superfood. Now, I have actually seen these in Whole Foods, and I've bought these for myself before. I don't know how long Tonette has been following my page, but I shared these with you guys months ago. So I don't know if she saw that and, decided to get these and send these to me. But these, again, if you've ever had the things, Airborne, the little effervescent tablets, let me just show you one. They look like Airborne. These little tablets like this, you drop it in a little glass of water, right? Let the shit dissolve like an Alka-Seltzer, and you drink it. This is one full serving of greens and veggies. So the first thing that I do in the morning, just to switch it up, because guys, I've been drinking my protein shakes in the morning where I make my fresh smoothie and stuff. But like I said, I need to go to the grocery store tomorrow, so I don't have all of the produce that I need, right? So I have like spinach and kale, but I don't have all of the fruit and stuff to make the protein shake good in the morning. So what I've been doing is I take one of these first. I drop one of these. I take one of these. And then I do my scoop of beet powder with some water. And then I do this. But like I do two of them. Actually, I do all three of them together. I just put one scoop of each of these. And I do one full glass of water. I shake the shit up in my shaker. I get my shaker. And then I drink it. So that's my nutrition right there, right? My nutrients. So that's what I start with. And then probably about it's not filling you up like in terms of an appetite. But once I do that, I go ahead and then I eat. I eat whatever I'm gonna eat for that day. But that gets my day started. So no, it doesn't fill you up. It will curb the appetite for a second, but it's not gonna fill you up it's not like a meal, but it just gives you your nutrition. Now here's the meal replacement. Now but I showed you guys this before, but Tonette sent me this as well. She hooked me up. She sent me this as well. Mine is gone. This is the one that she sent me. So the one that I had is all gone. You take a scoop of this, and this is what I use in my protein. So this will serve as as a meal replacement, because there are 15 grams of protein in this. So this will knock off the hunger. But see, I know some of y'all eat like wolves and shit. So this ain't really gonna fill y'all up. But the average appetite, it will fill up the average appetite for about an hour or so. Because again, it's just a protein shake. This is just so you're not ravenous. There's a word. This is just so you're not ravenous. Or so for example, like I'm gonna take one of these now because I haven't cooked yet. Oh, let me take my fish out so I can eat. So like I haven't thawed my fish, not thawed out. Because remember, there's no such thing as thawed out. It's thawed. I haven't thawed my fish. So while the fish is thawing, I'm going to take a protein shake. And this will knock off the hunger from my workout. Then by the time the fish thaws and I eat and the food is cooked, I'll be hungry again. So this is going to knock the hunger off, right? So I'm going to do this. See, some of y'all will be standing around eating some Pringles right now. Some of y'all would have stopped at the store and would have been like, oh, let me get me a Snicker bar. No, that's not what you're supposed to eat. See, can y'all see in here? See, it's not empty because there's food in there, but I don't have all of the stuff that I need. Oh, do you see this? This is all of the ginger candy that Tonette sent me. Remember the ginger candy? So she sent me all of these new bags. It's like 8 bags over here. No, I'm not sharing. Go get your own. Hey girl, hey. Oh, I forgot. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm CraigTheWriterStewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, Adrian, I will share with you. Let me tell you guys about Adrian. You know how I always say to you guys that it's important for us to network? Let me turn this light up a little bit. See, she eating up. Look, Camara eating a Pop-Tart. Put that Pop-Tart up. That ain't nothing but pure sugar. Put that Pop-Tart up. Let me turn y'all this way a little bit because I got some shit I got to do. I got to make my protein shake. I'm shaking. I'm hungry. So look, last night, I did the Queen's Court. And I met Adrian. And so Adrian was like, hey, how you doing? We introduced or whatever. We were introduced. And so we said hello. And he was like, you look familiar to me. And I was like, really? And he was like, I said, I am from Baltimore, da-da-da-da. I said, but I don't really run with a lot of people up there in Baltimore, da-da-da. I haven't lived there in a long time. And so he was just like, oh, okay. He said, but you look so familiar. Who do you run with when you're home? So I told him my friend. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know him. He said, okay, maybe that's it, da-da-da. I don't know how we got in the conversation. But somehow I started telling him, I can't remember what we were talking about. But he said, no, I remember how I met you. And I said, well, how did you meet me? How did you know me? And he was like, she said a Pop-Tart is her dinner. Cynthia, tell Apollo I said thank you. So he was like, I know how I know you. You were promoting your book to me on Jack. Now, those of you who are new and have no connection to the community, Jack is a gay social media app. So he was like, you were trying to sell me your book on Jacked. And I was like, that's it. So anyway, so we started talking or whatever. So long story short, he tells me that he's a graphic designer. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Let me, so I have my laptop over there. When I go to the Queen's Court, I always take my laptop because, I have work to do. I'm doing the podcast, after we do the live show. So my laptop I had a website up on my laptop for the government. You know how they do the government contracts? So like they have government contracts for like people that live on military bases and things like that. And so he was like, oh, you trying to do the GSA or whatever it's called? Is it called GSA? Something like that. So I was like, yeah, like I would love to have my books available on military bases around the world so people can buy my books and that kind of thing. And he was, hey girl, hey, come on in and sit down with your late asses. Sit down with your late asses. Well, Adrian, you probably don't still have the message thread because I'm no longer on that sleazy app. Look, you get real brand new when you come up off of it. But no, I'm not on there anymore. So anyway, I was like, I want to sell my books on these military bases like that, right? And so he was just like, oh, that's simple. I can help you do that. Now, see how I always tell you guys that it's important when you have conversations with people to find out what they do for a living? See, I think that's part of the reason why we as black people, we don't network as well as we could or as well as we should. And I think that's part of the reason why we're at a disadvantage sometimes because we don't talk to each other about what we do. But see, I'm always quick to say to somebody, what do you do for a living? Because I need to figure out if I can help you and if you can help me. So he was like, oh, that's easy. So he goes in to tell me how he can get these books on, listen, I'm about to get these books on these military bases and them greeting cards. We about to make that happen. So he's a graphic designer. He's out of the DC, Maryland area. He does websites. I said, oh, I need you to look at my website because I need to do some more websites. And thank you, Edwina. I said, I need you to look at my website because I want to do, I need to upgrade my website, do that kind of thing. And I want to get on these military bases, like get all 3 of my books on the military base. Can you imagine somebody in the military over in Kuwait buying my books in a military store? That would be huge around the world. So we're going to work on that. But he does album covers as well. He did Toni Braxton's last album. He's done most of her album covers. And a bunch of other artists. Like, he's really good. I looked at his website. There's his website. I'm going to go ahead and put a check by it. That's his website. And so he does a lot of the graphics for the Queen's Court. So this was my first time meeting him in person. And so we chit-chatted or whatever. Long story short, you never know how you're going to need a person. I left the Queen's Court. I left Madison's house last night. It was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get home until, yes, Brent. I didn't get home till like 2:30 or something like that. Well, I got home and had left my wallet. Bianca, I had left the wallet that you got me with my good food stamp card in it, my debit card in it. I had left my entire wallet and my sunglasses that I had on Sunday, right? On Monday. So because Adrian was flying back home to Maryland today, I was able to coordinate with him because we exchanged numbers yesterday so that we can get some business going. So I met him at the airport. So I had a very trying day today. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I had to jump up early so I could meet him at the airport because he also purchased 2 books last night. He bought the first book and the third book. Now he gonna need the second book. I don't know why he didn't just get all 3 books, but I didn't want to pressure him because I didn't know if he had $54 in his account or not. Shady. So he just said, let me go ahead and send you this $40. So I was like, okay, fine. I didn't want to push because I didn't know how his account was set up. So he went on and sent me his $40, and I took the books to him today, and I got my wallet and I got my sunglasses back from him. And then I went and shipped some more books over at, the FedEx. And then I came home, watched a little television. Adrian, you started reading it? Adrian, you started reading? So Adrian, so do you see how the book can work in the military bases? Because all of the undercover gay children over in the military, they can be reading the book. And the other thing is, Adrian, he was telling me how he and his dad purchased a property years ago. and they have a government contract on their property. So whenever people from the military come back home, they're able to rent out their townhouse to these people. So they always keep a tenant. It's guaranteed money. See, this is the kind of shit we need to get up on, black folks. So we need to get up on shit like this. See, this is why it's important for us to really talk to each other about what we do. Sometimes we so damn secretive, we don't want to tell each other shit. But see, I try to tell y'all everything I know. Somebody asked which book. This is the first book. Words Never Spoken. It's 337 pages. Listen, I'm going to need everybody to come out of the closet. The colonels, the lieutenants, the people that work in the cafeteria. This is the second book. This is the sequel. One thing for certain, two things for sure, a memoir continued. I tell you guys all of the time, that is me. That's me on the cover. I don't wear those sneakers anymore. I don't have those anymore. And this is the third book, So Much to Say, a book of quotes. So Adrian bought these two books. So once he finished this one, you see he just said the book is so good and he put all those exclamation points. He gonna want this one because this picks up where this one leaves off. But I didn't want to push him. Yes, see, that's the thing, Wisdom. It would be all of the military bases from what I understand. So if I get this government contract, the books will be available on military bases around the world. Can we talk about cha-ching? It does have a little powdery taste when you just put it in water like this. I'm just doing this quickly because I need to eat dinner. But if I had put it in a smoothie, it wouldn't necessarily have the chalky taste. But it has a good flavor. This is mixed berry. And they have different flavor ones too. Yes, I will have to stop my food stamps once I get on the military base because I don't need the military base. I don't need the military or the U.S. government looking for me. So yes, I will shut my food stamps off the moment I get a contract with the military base. But I also want to get the greeting cards in the military bases as well. That would be amazing. Because you know how they send greeting cards and stuff? They would be sending love cards to their spouses and stuff, and their undercover lovers and stuff for the ones that are in the closet. Do y'all see all of that liquor over there? That's from the party the other night. And that ain't even all of it. I put most of it up. I couldn't even hide it. I've been trying to put it away. Let me finish drinking this. Brittany, what you trying to buy? See, I notice words like that. Buy, purchase, sale, cash app. That would be a huge blessing. Oh, I still didn't take my food out. See, I'm talking and playing with y'all. I made a little shrimp and veggie earlier. I think I'm just going to do a little piece of salmon. Oh, Tonette, I also used your... Tonette had also sent me some seasonings because, guys, how I love to use my... Hey, Chloe. I love to use my pink Himalayan sea salt. So this is a spicy garlic and Himalayan pink salt. Pink sea salt, or pink salt, sorry. So I used this today on my shrimp. And then she sent me ground white pepper. So just like black pepper, but this is white pepper. So I seasoned it with that, my shrimp. And I sauteed it in some vegan butter. Because I don't eat that vegan butter with all that trans fat and shit yeah. Yes, when you come back, Adrian, we'll handle that liquor. So who was that asking about? Oh, Brittany. Okay, Brittany, do you have the Cash App? What's up, Sonia, Israel, in Memphis? I'll have the military personnel buying books. Kevin said he read both books in 10 hours. Well, wow, that's about 600 pages. Kevin. Yes, the books are available through Amazon. Okay, Brittany, you want just the first book? You want the first and third book like Adrian? Or do you want all 3 books? And then I'm going to tell you what the Cash App means. I'm going to put my Cash App down here. My Cash App is The Writer, like The Writer. Hey, Wanda Berry. Thank you. So I'm going to make a little salmon. That's what I'm going to do. This is wild caught salmon. Wild caught. Now, I usually like to buy the fresh salmon, but you know, this is for quick days when you just need to grab. Okay, so Brittany, you would Cash App me 20 American dollars. Now, don't send me pesos because I can't do anything with pesos. Okay? Cash App me 20 American dollars. Okay? My Cash App is The Writer. And then once you do that, inbox me your shipping address so I know where to ship them. And don't send me your shipping address till you send me my coins, okay? Let me put this up. So the quickest way to thaw like frozen fish and shrimp is to get you a little bowl. I'm going to get the bowls that Tonette sent me. Remember I told you she sent me some ceramic mixing bowls? So I'm going to get one of these out. And I'm gonna put the fish in there. And then just put some cold water in there. Don't put no hot water, your shit be boiling. Just put some cold water in here, cover it up. And this can be thawed in like 10 minutes. Not thawed out, it's gonna be thawed. Some of y'all love to say thawed out. That shit is not correct. Just like some of y'all be saying conversate. That's not a word. It's colloquial. Y'all use it like it's a word. Everybody uses it, but it's not a word. It's converse. Or just say talk. If you can't remember that, just say talk. We were talking. Shit. Y'all walking around here trying to sound important, sounding ignorant. Conversate. We were conversating. Negativity ain't a word either, you know. Negativity is not a word. It's negativeness. But negativity has become colloquial too. So since everybody uses it, y'all act like it's really a word. But I let y'all have it. Go ahead. Y'all can use that. Don't come around me talking about conversating and negativity. Have a good night, Kevin. Yeah, and unthaw is not a word either. Thank you, Kenny Alexander. So I was really excited to meet Adrian because, like I said, we just happened to be sitting at the table and we were talking about his web design business, and I was like, yeah, I actually want to do, update my resume, right? Hey, Sonya. Oh, my arm's turning you on. Somebody getting moist. So I had this website up. This is the GSA website. This is the government website, like if you want to do try to get a contract with them or whatever. And so this website was up, and I've had it up for probably about a week or so because I want to remind myself to go on here and do the application to try to get the books on the military base and that kind of thing. And so as soon as he opened up my computer, he's like, oh, you got a contract with the GSA? I said, no, but I want to. And just so happened that he has contacts. So I just don't believe that anything happens by accident. I really don't think that anything happens by accident. The bowls say different things. That one says, great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. That's what that says. But all three of the bowls, they say something different. Bianca, I was burning your candle today. Bianca, I was burning your candle today. I have on 2 tank tops because one underneath catches the sweat. So that way this shirt isn't completely sopping wet when I leave the gym. And stop worrying about why I got on 2 tank tops. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, you got to share information. We got to start sharing information better. I'm coming over here to get to my list so I can figure out what I was going to talk about tonight. Did y'all know that Jehovah's Witnesses don't take blood transfusions? It's a part of their religion. Now, I don't know listen, I don't know about that. I don't know why they are against that. And some of you may be Jehovah's Witness. So if you know, offer me a little clarity. Because I'm going to tell you this. If I needed blood transfusion and I was Jehovah's Witness, I would have to make an exception. So what is it about that? Why do they not accept blood? I'm organizing my little water drop-ins. Let me put these other ones away. Well, we need to find out why they can't accept blood. They test the blood now. This ain't 1985. Oh, so look, I was talking to my mother the other day. Yeah, they don't want to be resuscitated either, bitch. Somebody better give me CPR if I pass out and put me on a machine and try to bring me back. See, I didn't know. See, there are scriptures that say that. Now listen, I don't know. See, that's why I be so conflicted with. That's why I'm so conflicted at times with like religion in the Bible, not God, religion in the Bible, because I was having this conversation with DT over the weekend, right? And he was saying it was so profound, and I had never thought about it this way. He said to me, if white folks, colonizers, gave Africans, if white slave owners and colonizers took everything away from African people, they took everything away from African people. They took our ability to read, to learn, to have a family, because they basically stripped us of our families and that kind of thing. They sold off the children. They took everything away from us. But the one thing they allowed us to have was religion. The only thing they allowed us to have is the Bible, was the Bible. That doesn't sound strange to y'all? This is why I always say I can't really get with the whole religion thing. And that's why I have to figure out how to do and who to do a podcast with. Because I want to do one called How Religion Has Helped and Hurt Us as a People. Because I really think it got so many black people stuck. Some of y'all stuck in so many traditions. And we were talking, me, Terrence, and Mike the other day were talking about, Mike was saying that his grandmother, I think it was his grandmother, she wears like 2 hats to church. Because they believe, they what are they, apostolic or something? They believe that when a woman is shouting and stuff, look, I don't know why I had to do that little demonstration, but like when a woman is shouting and stuff, if one of her hats fall off, her head needs to be covered at all times, otherwise God won't bless her. Like, what kind of foolishness? Like, and I don't mean to offend nobody, but to me, that's crazy. Like, they don't wear pants. None of the women can wear pants. Like, what that got to do with Jesus? What that got to do with God? Like, what does that have to do with what does that have to do with Him saving your soul and you doing your work here on earth? Like, what? And remember, I told you guys that I just read Trevor Noah's book. Trevor Noah, he hosts the Daily Show. He's South African. He's from South Africa. His grandmother, they believe, and of course they're African, so they don't all speak English. Now, he speaks 6 languages, and his mother speaks like 11. But his grandmother doesn't know that many languages, right? And she wasn't proficient in English. Well, every time the family would get together and say, grace and stuff, like they would pray, they would hold hands and stuff like that, his grandmother would always say, you need to pray. She would tell him to pray because God understands English better. That's the English of God. But that's nothing but white folks telling them that. That ain't nothing but religion. So God can't understand any of the African languages. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, but the fact, it's just such a conditioning. Like, what we've been poisoned to believe as a people. No, I'm not doing that shout again, Kim. I don't even know why I did it the first time. I didn't even mean to do it. It was just kind of me describing the story. But I don't know. That whole religion thing, like that, they'd be going too far with that. Anyway, so I was talking to my mother today. And she was so excited. And I was like, girl, why are you excited? She said, because there's a black guy on Jeopardy and he is winning. So you mean to tell me you excited because there's a black guy on Jeopardy and he's winning a lot of money? I realized in that moment, and I've realized this before, when I was younger, I used to really, I used to always, and I still do, I used to really cheer for all of the white people, all of the black people on like game shows, like if I was watching The Price is Right, if I was watching Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, I was always pulling for the black people, right? And don't let them do something stupid. I'm like, you dummy, like what you doing? I was fully invested. And so I realized that I get that from her. Like she's always been like that. And so when somebody wins the lottery, first thing she says, oh, I hope it was somebody black. I'm like, girl, well, they ain't giving you none. So, but I realized that it's really just because we want to see, we want to level the playing field. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been done so dirty since the beginning of the time. We just want to level the playing field. And so she just be like, oh, no, I hope somebody black won. But which leads me to, to this whole thing about interracial dating. Like when I was looking on social media today, like scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff, I was like, there was all this conversation about, right, like Issa said, there was all this conversation about interracial dating. So you guys know that Childish Gambino just released this video called This Is America. And let me explain what the video. So I don't know if you guys saw the video or not, but the video is basically social commentary about what's going on now with all of the gun violence. So like there were a lot of metaphors in this video. So for example, like he was going around shooting people, assassinating people. There was a choir, an entire choir, they got shot down. Like that was basically reaching back to what happened in South Carolina when the white guy went into the church and killed those, was it 7 black people or 9? I think it was 7. He killed those black folks. But so it's basically a play on all of these different things that have been happening, right? If you notice, and if you haven't seen the video, go back and look at it. But in every instance where someone was shot and killed, every instance, after they were killed, they took the gun carefully and wrapped it up. They handled the gun with like care and precision. Like they took really good care of the gun. So it was basically speaking to how we revere guns in this country. Like we we protecting guns, but we're not protecting people. And so basically people were getting shot and they laying down on the ground. They shot the entire choir. They assassinated the guy in the beginning of the video that was sitting in the chair. And basically while he was dancing with those young kids, what I was told was, it's basically speaking to how while all of this chaos is going on in the background, black folk, young folk, are oblivious to it or either numb to it because they're still dancing and doing the latest dances. They're focused on social media while all of this stuff is going on in the world and behind them. Or they're not numb to it. I mean, not that they're ignoring it, but they've just become numb to it. It's just a way to cope. It's just a way to cope. It's just to keep going and living life. So it was very political. But the point in bringing all of this up is, as I was scrolling through social media today, there was all this commentary about interracial dating. And the biggest movies this year, or videos or whatever, were with black men who are in relationships with white women. So it was this whole conversation of, can you be woke and be dating someone of another race? So like, for example, Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, the guy who did this video, This Is America, he's in a relationship with a white woman. The guy from the guy from Black Panther, not Chadwick Boseman, but the other one, he's with a white woman. Yes, and that all this violence has been normalized. Yes. Omari Hardwick, he wasn't in one of the biggest movies, but he's in one of the biggest TV shows, which is Power, which is one of my favorite shows. He's with a white woman. So it was just basically this conversation of, you know, we're living in a black renaissance. And I've talked about this on one of my podcasts. When you think about the movies and the television shows, was it the guy in Black, not Chadwick Boseman, it's one of the guys that's in that movie. It's the one that turned away from them. He was, I don't know his name. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Noah, who is Greg? Who is Greg? But basically, it was just, the conversation became, can these men who talk about, even like with, what's the guy's name who did that amazing speech on the BET Awards like a year ago? He's on Grey's Anatomy. He's light-skinned, got the green eyes. I can't think of his name. His mom is white, but his dad is black. His name is Jesse something. Even like the woman that he... Yes, I think Michael B. Jordan is with a white woman too. Even that guy from Grey's Anatomy, he is with a white woman now. He's with a white woman now. So the question is, you know, all of these black men that are talking out about, let me find these black men that I'm talking about, because y'all asking me and I don't know their names. Yeah, that's his name, Paula. Come on now. She must have looked that up. She told me Mbaku. Black. Let me see. I'm gonna find it. Black men, white women, woke. Let me see. Right, Jesse Williams, that's his name. So basically, the question is, these men are speaking out so much about race relations and what's going on in this country, but it's like, but none of you are dating black women. None of you are in marriages to black women. So the question was, can you really be woke and not date someone that's black? Date a woman that's black. Even like your Kanye Wests. Even like Kanye West. It's like, he wrote about all of this shit in the beginning, like in that Gold Digger song. But then he married to Kim Kardashian. So it's just, is it a contradiction? Is it a contradiction is the question. I'm asking y'all. I think there are a lot of reasons why it happens. I don't think that there's just one reason. I think in some instances it happens for career advancement. I think in some instances, like with O.J. Simpson, I think that in some instances, some of these men think that it is the final badge of success. But then I also think sometimes it has identity shit. There's some identity shit going on in there. And I think that that's true for anybody who refuses to date within their own race. So even if it was a white person, like that girl Rachel, what was her name? That Rachel girl who was walking around acting like she was black. She was on the board for the NAACP. Rachel, what was her name? And they got a movie about her now. I can't think of, you know what I'm talking about, Rachel somebody. But I personally think that any person who refuses to date within their own race, I think there's some identity stuff going on. I don't think that that's just specific to black people who refuse to date other black people. Now, I will say this. I've said this on here before. I have female friends. Yes, Rachel Donzel. I have a lot of female friends that do really well for themselves. I've told you guys this before. They make six figures. They own their homes. They do not have children. They have these great careers, but they don't have a relationship or prospect in sight. And these are women that want to be in relationships. These aren't women that are like, no, I'm just taking a break. I want to be single. These women want to be in relationships. And I want the best for my friends. I want the best for black women. Like, I think that black women should get all that they pour into the world. I think black women have helped. Listen, I can go on about this. Black women have literally held this country up, okay? But what I will say, because I was talking about this. Who was I talking to about this? Oh, I think it was Terrence. We were talking about this on Sunday. And we were just saying how black women, I mean, going back to the beginning of time, had to raise white children, had to cook for the white family, had to provide for their own family, you know, just whatever, just spent. And that, you can still see that today, where black women are taking care of everybody. And then they put themselves last on the list. So the thing that I always try to push you guys to see, and I push my female friends, is move yourself to the top of the list. Because if you aren't at the top of the list, and if you haven't given to yourself first, you can't give to anybody else. And that's why I posted this video a while back. Remember, like a couple weeks ago, I posted a video with Iyanla Vanzant where she said, some of you may have watched it. She said, there's a book called A Course in Miracles. It says, when you give from a cup that isn't full, when you give to a person, or when you give from a cup that isn't full, you make the person that's asking for whatever they're asking for, you make them a thief. You make them a thief. Because you can't give what you don't have. And you know, I talk to you guys all the time about protecting your space, protecting your time, even if it's your mom or a sibling asking you for your time. Even if you physically can do it, you have to sometimes say, well, no, I just don't feel like it. Like if you decided that this past weekend was going to be a weekend for yourself and you weren't going to do anything, and then somebody called you and said, girl, I really need you to come through and do this favor for me and da-da-da. Some of y'all are going to actually say, oh, okay, I'm on my way. No, bitch, I'm not. I'm going to be like, no, I'm busy. I might not even answer the phone. I may not even answer the phone. You can keep calling me. You're going to go right to voicemail. You have to take that time for yourself. And even like my mom, she will say to me sometimes, you are so selfish. You are so mean. She hasn't said it in a while because I had a good talking to her. But it's like people will sometimes translate or interpret that as being mean. No, I'm just choosing me first because I can't give my last bit of energy, let alone money or whatever. Like, you have to, listen, the answer is sometimes just no. And so back to my female friends, and I'm sure it's probably many of you, you do well for yourself and you're single. And like I've said to some of them, listen, you may just need to date outside of the community. I'm going to let y'all rest on that for a second. I'm all for black love. I'm all for black love. I'm here to tell you, I'm all for black love. But I'm also for my friends being happy and finding happiness. And so if you want to sit and wait for a black man, I've had friends that said, well, shit, I just want to be in love with a black man. Okay, well, you keep on waiting, but you getting older. And it ain't looking too good for you right now. So, I mean, quiet as it's kept, I might find me a white man. These Negroes don't act right. I can hear y'all now. Oh, he acting funny now. He done made all these millions of dollars off these books, and now he want to go date a white man? Let me tell you something. I've only dated black men. And I'm waiting for the right one to show up. But guess what? These book sales don't keep me warm at night. Listen. Y'all can keep sitting around waiting if you want. And you know, and I just thought, and I wrote about this. I don't know if I was doing Facebook Live videos at that point. I can hear y'all now light me up. Child, he made all these millions of dollars off us. Now he took his black ass over there with a white man. Child, that's because Tyrone and Keith and Corey and all these other Negroes that I done dated, they wasn't ready. And they not ready. Or they insecure as hell. And I'm not saying all of them, because I believe I can find the qualities that I need and want within our community. But I do think it's slim. Now, I told my friend Angela, I said, girl, you better go find you a white man. Because, see, Angela is so eccentric. Angela likes to work out. Some of y'all dating these overweight men who ain't trying to go to nobody's gym. See, gay men will go to the gym. Straight men, not too much. So she wants a man that's going to want to go to the gym, that's going to want to go to see Iyanla Fix My Life in person. She's going to want somebody that's going to want and sit around and watch these little romantic comedy movies. Basically me. She wants a me. And see, what she might need to do is find her a white man. I said, girl, go on and get you a little white. She said, nah, Craig, okay, well, come on, let's go to the gym then. Since you don't want to go date Chad, since you don't want to go out with Chad. But I'm going to tell you why I probably wouldn't be able to date a white man. I'm too pro-black. I mess around and say the wrong thing. No, not the wrong thing, but I mess around and say too much about black folks and white folks, and he might get offended. Oh, somebody said, don't we all want to Craig? I might have to find me somebody non-black. Oh, I was going to say something about Serena Williams. I don't know if I was doing these live videos, but I remember when Serena Williams, it first was announced that she was getting married to this white guy and that she was pregnant. Ooh, some of y'all were upset. But my thing is, look at all of the black men that she dated. She dated Common. I don't know who else she dated. But she was dating black men. So was she supposed to sit around? That girl is 40 or however old she is. Was she supposed to sit around and wait for one of them to get it together? That's what y'all want her to do? That girl worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Do you know how many black men can't handle that? Do you know how many black men can't handle a... And then I'm going to tell you another thing black men said. Not all, but I'm going to tell you another thing black men said about Serena. Oh, she's too masculine looking. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But then when she go marry this white man, then y'all upset. Y'all upset with her. Eve went and found her a white man. Now, y'all know she was dating black man. She was dating Stevie J. So she was supposed to get tangled up in that foolishness in Love and Hip Hop to please y'all. Child, please, let the right white man come by here. But he's going to have a nice tint on his skin. He's going to have a nice tint on his skin. He's going to have to shave the hair on his body. Black people know what I'm talking about. He's going to have to shave the hair on his body. He can't own any pets. Baby, we can't own any pets. He be playing with the dog and then putting his hand in my freezer getting ice. Wash your hands. No, he can't sleep in the bed with us. Are you crazy? No, he can't. Get out of the bed, Pepper. I can hear y'all now wearing me out. That motherfucker that made all this money, he was always talking all this pro-black shit, and he dating that white guy. You're damn right. If the right Negro don't come along with his shit together, he better come on. I'm getting tired of waiting. And I done told y'all these white men be on me, baby. They be on me. And see, some of y'all be acting like y'all be trying to act uninterested because y'all don't want to look too thirsty. Y'all kill me with that thirsty shit. Fuck that. I need you to tell me that you're interested. Because I'm going to tell you, listen, I don't have time for thirstiness. Shit. I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to let you know. Listen here. I'm interested. Anybody got time for all them games? Talking that thirsty shit, that's what's going to keep you single. You know, anybody saying tear his phone up, texting all day. I'm not saying that. But you got to, effort is the only way to communicate interest. Effort is the only way to communicate interest. Some of y'all acting all uninterested in shit. But no, I really want to be in a relationship with somebody my skin tone. No, I mean not my complexion, but you know what I'm saying, black. I really would like to be in a relationship with somebody black. But look, what I'm not gonna do is keep waiting for y'all. Now, black women, if y'all want to sit around and wait for, y'all know y'all single and you ain't been touched in a while. You ain't been touched in a while and you need the comfort of a man, like Stephanie Mills said. And you sitting around waiting or dealing with the same tired man that ain't about shit and you still paying his cell phone and car payment and stuff. Okay. Y'all keep on. Because as for me and my household, I'm a love who loves me. Go on with that DT nonsense here. That ain't happening. Look, Heather, I saw the first time you said Team D. I don't have no veggies to go with my fish. Wait a minute, I got some, I got some soup. Did I tell y'all about this soup? Where am I? This ain't the brand that I love, but it's still, this is good. Tomato roasted red pepper soup, not to be played with. I put it in a little pot. I boil her for a little moment, not a lot, just a little simmer. But I'm gonna season this fish first and then get to it. Felicia talking about come to her house and make dinner. She hungry. Girl, I done just came from the gym. I need somebody. See, that's another thing. See, if I was with a white man, he would have meal prep in here for me. Tyrone smart ass him like, what you need meal prep for? You can go in and cook your own food. See, Henry wouldn't say that. I'm just joking. Somebody in here like, why he acting like black men are the... Calm down. I'm just joking. I'm only joking. kinda. Yeah, this soup is really good. I like this other. This brand is good too. I got this from Trader Joe's, but there's another brand that's really good. I can't think of the name of it right now. I get it from this other store. Oh, I don't need to put that on yet. I need to get my fish seasoned. My dinner should have been ready. I'm standing here talking to y'all. So I have a cutting board. This side is a hard plastic. See, this side is for your meats, but you know I don't eat any of this. The only thing I eat is that, okay? So you cut your meats on this side, and then on this side you do your fruits and veggies. Does anybody know why you use why you should not use a wood cutting board for your meats? Does anybody know? Raise your hand. Don't be yelling out. Raise your... We swear we're in the classroom. Raise your hand. Huh? Ooh, you know what, Kim Dupree? I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you because, see, listen, I'm not about to play with you. Anybody know why? Okay, Kenny, why do you not use? Yeah, look, now, I told Hope not to yell out. She didn't yell all over top of. Cynthia yelled out. All right, but y'all smart though. See, that's why I say good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. So even though there were 4 of you that yelled out the answer, I think we have a few special people in the classroom. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain it just a little further because they didn't really understand what you meant when you said it was porous. Cynthia. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain it to the people that were on the short bus to school this morning. So what she means is, yeah, Tiffany, that's not how you spell salmonella. Okay, but I get what you're trying to say though. She don't have spell check on her computer. She doesn't have spell check. We're gonna give you an E for effort though. Tiffany Smith Bell. Okay, so here's the example. So here's on this side of the wooden side, it's showing you that it's just fruit and veggies, right? So here's the explanation. They already explained it to you, but I'm gonna go a little further because I know there's a student in the back that don't want to raise her hand because she don't want to sound dumb. She don't want to look dumb. So when you cutting and you slicing things, you see like them little slices on the board, see them little slits and stuff? E. coli and bacteria can live down in those little slits. It can get down in those little cracks, right? So that's why you use the wooden side. So if you have a wooden cutting board, get rid of it and go and get you, or yeah, you need to get rid of it because you've already been using it. Get rid of it. Get you another one. Get a cutting, if you're going to get a wooden one, make sure you only use the wooden one for your fruit, your produce. Okay? Oh, I hit my lip. That's what I get for being smart. Well, Felicia Marshall, when you get your produce, you're supposed to rinse it off. And remember, I have a veggie brush. I wash mine off. So you will be eliminating some of the E. coli from veggies. Now, if your food still got veggies with E. coli and shit, you might need to change grocery stores, okay? So you could get either maybe like a glass cutting board for your meats or get one that's like this, that's not porous, okay? So that's how you do that. So I'm going to put my fish on this side. Let me get this out. I really do prefer fresh fish and not this frozen vacuum sealed stuff. But I think it was something else I was going to tell y'all, but I can't remember what it was now. I still rinse my fish off, even though it comes out of here. I rinse it off. Even though I'm not slicing anything, but still I'm going to use the right side of the cutting board because this fish is already cut. But yeah, you're right, Angela Twyman, I could have been eating. Standing here playing with y'all. I'm getting hungry too. I'm gonna rinse my hands again, even though because I just touched that fish. But I'm gonna put these little vacuum seal bags in the trash. And then I'm gonna wash my hands. Tracy Ruff Bailey. I don't know where Tonette got these. You know, when people give you gifts, you shouldn't ask them where they got it, okay? She asking people where they bought it from. They're none of your business. So you rinse your hands off good. All right, so what we're going to season this fish with? I'm not cutting anything. Yeah, no, I'm not cutting anything. I'm going to put a little lemon juice on it. I really prefer fresh lemon, but I don't have any. So we're going to make this work. I'm just going to pour some in the cap and just drizzle some on the fish, each piece. I have 2 pieces. Tonette might still be in here. Have I ever had that lobster ravioli? No, I've never had it. I'm going to have to look for it, though. Oh, I didn't tell you. I didn't talk to y'all over the weekend? The party was nice. I thought I talked about this. What are we seasoning? Okay, lemon pepper. Well, we already know we're going to use some Old Bay. So that goes without saying. I think I'm going to pan sear it. You're not making seafood if you don't have Old Bay. If you don't have Old Bay, then I don't know what to tell you. Cook something else. Because if you don't have any Old Bay for shrimp, fish, crab, then it's probably not going to be right. A little lemon pepper. Those of you that have heavy ankles, you want to be light on the seasoning and the salt. Because the first ingredient in lemon pepper is salt. Right. Is that Kawan? Kawan green? Now, you don't need salt in addition to this because Old Bay has salt and so does the lemon pepper. Brittany, where your $20 for the Cash App? I ain't seen no Cash App come through here yet. Let me look. I thought she came and asked about the Cash App and disappeared. Girl, where the Cash App? We already got. Oh, we can do a little garlic powder. We can do a little powder because remember, garlic powder. Oh, I bought the generic brand, so this only had the ingredients on it. They don't put the ingredients on the generic brand. Let me get the real brand of garlic. All right, so I have some real garlic too. Yeah, they don't put no ingredients on the garlic. Garlic powder should not have salt. Tony Carter, what kind of garlic salt he buying? I mean powder he buying? You buying garlic salt? Oh, you know what? I have some fresh dill. Not fresh, but I have some dill weed. I'm going to do a dill salmon. Y'all ever had that? That's how I got my last boyfriend. I made that dill salmon. He said, this is good. Like, have you? That was my first time making it, too. That's what I'm going to do. Put a little garlic powder. Those of you that have these heavy ankles and shit, stay away from garlic salt. You need to be buying garlic powder and onion powder, not onion salt. See, some of y'all be putting salt on everything. If you put salt on stuff before you even taste it, this is just dill weed. It smells like dill. It smells amazing. Now, I could bake this because this would bake in here really nicely, but I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. That little protein powder wore off, so I need to go ahead and eat. You know, some of you put salt on stuff before you even taste it. I do like fresh dill, too. Some of y'all be shaking salt and you haven't even tasted it yet. I got a homegirl like that. I'm like, girl, you haven't even tasted it yet. And she just be shaking it. And her ankles and knees all swole. She would die if she heard me saying this. Said to me the other day, I'm gonna go ahead and get me I think I'm gonna get me a membership at Planet Fitness. I said, you think? Girl, you need to. She had on these cut open jeans. Her knees were cut out. Oh, her knees were all cottagey looking. And I'm saying that because it ain't nothing but salt. That's what that is. Cause she don't eat, you know what I mean? Like she ain't like overweight, but she looks real, I don't know. She got water on her knees or something. And her ankles. I'm laughing at Dan that. But yes, I love my mixing bowls. I have some already, but I needed more. So like I got like these are different sizes. The other ones are in the dishwasher. And I have these mixing bowls too. So I like mixing bowls. So I got my pan. Do I need to move y'all over here so y'all can see the stove? Where are the newcomers in here? Can the newcomers read? I have 3 books. The first one is Words Never Spoken. If you were an Elin Harris fan, you're going to be a CraigTheWriterStewart fan. These books carry 5-star on Amazon.com. This is the second book, One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure. This is the sequel. It picks up where the first book leaves off. It's about the relationship that I had with a married man. Love at All Times is brand new. Oh, so Tracy Ruff Bailey, she bought the bowls at a specialty store in California. So unless you're going to jump on a Spirit airline flight and go out there and buy them, girl, I don't know what to tell you. And then this right here is So Much to Say, a book of quotes. So it's relationship quotes, encouragement quotes, and wisdom quotes, okay? So if you have the Cash App, you want to Cash App me. For one book, you can do $20. It could be any book you want. 2 books, $36. It could be 2, whichever 2. And if you want all 3, it's $54, and I cover the shipping. Amen? The books are also available on all e-readers if you want to download it to your iPad or your Kindle or your Nook or your whatever you have. If you want to go through Amazon because you think I'm going to rip you off for your money, then you can go through Amazon as well. It's fine with me. But if you use the Cash App, my Cash App ID is The Writer. And then inbox me your shipping address. All right, now we're going to move over here so y'all can see me make this fish. DT is texting me about Blackish. We watch Blackish. Yes, 5 stars. What's up, Alice Morell? A friend of mine, Alice, called me about you yesterday. Well, not about you, but about your podcast. She called me yesterday and was like, "Oh my God, I was so confused listening to that podcast. I had to break it down for her." I'm like, "Girl, what didn't you understand?" Now, I made it simple as possible. So I'm gonna use some olive oil. Tonette sent me a bunch of different olive. Oh yes, thank you, Leela. The first 2 books, Leela, thank you so much. The first 2 books, Words Never Spoken and One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, are also available on audible.com. So if you're lazy and you don't want to read, I narrate them to you. Thank you. Is it Kawan? Am I saying your name right, Kawan? Thank you for downloading the books. I did invite the people to the Cash App, Lena. So the pan is hot. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil. So what I was saying is Tonette sent me a bunch of different olive oils as well. I'm not going to have to go to get no olive oil for a while. See, this fish is ready for this pan because as soon as I put that in there, the little bubbles in the oil came up. All right. So I got the fish. You lay that girl in there like that. And then you put this away. You need to clean as you go. So I'm going to put this right in the dishwasher. Some of y'all cook and keep a pile of dishes and then don't want to clean the shit up. Going to bed with dirty dishes. Some of y'all trifling. Going to bed with dirty dishes. Tina, I always tell you guys how to use the Cash App. I've never used grapeseed oil. I've never cooked with it. But I have used avocado oil. That shit is expensive though. That avocado oil. But it's really supposed to be better than olive oil because at a certain temperature, olive oil starts to break down. Where with avocado oil, it can exceed the temperature that olive oil can stand. But I don't buy the avocado oil. Oh, Tonette got money. That was the other thing my mother said. I wonder what she does for a living. She sure sent you a lot of stuff. I wonder how much it costs. Ma, get out of my business. Stop worrying about all that. My nosy son. And I told her about my little yeah, the skin is on the fish. I don't eat that. That's gonna come off. There are 4 servings in here. There are 4 servings in this box. Put that back in the fridge. I'm gonna put this soup on low so it can come to a nice little simmer. Now here's another thing you can do. Put your little chia seeds. I usually do like a little scoop in my soup. Take a little scoop of chia seeds. I don't need a lot. And then I sometimes put it in my smoothie too, but I always forget. So this is on low. The soup. Wait, who said something about some money? Thank you, Angela. The Cash App is the writer. Oh, where's Elton? Let me go up here to Elton. Okay, Ashia, I'll check the... Elton, the Cash App is the writer, and it's 36. Thank you so much. And make sure you inbox me your shipping address, Elton, so I know where to send the book. Come on, salmon. Let me move this over here so y'all can see this. Y'all see that? Now remember, that's the dill. It's not burned. That's dill. That's the dill that I put on there. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. But see, I like my salmon to be cooked all the way through. I don't like no fishy salmon. Y'all want to taste a little piece? Here. You want to taste a little piece? You remember how your mama used to, my mother used to be like, like a plane. And yes, Hey Girl, Hey shirts are still available. And here. That's good. I got to get the link for the Hey Girl, Hey shirts. I didn't put it in here. I'm going to flip her one more time because I don't want no fishy fish. Fish tasting like fishy woo-woo. Oh, I could have used the broiler. Thank you, Omar. I could have done that. You're right. I'm going to burn Bianca and Honey's candles after this fries to get this fish smell out the house. Fishy woo woo. Y'all remember that cheer? The girls used to do this little cheer. Fishy woo. They say something about fishy woo woo. Yes, yes, yes. What's restaurant fish? I'm gonna go ahead and plate the fish. Ain't that how they say when they try to be fancy? I'm gonna go ahead and plate the fish. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be good. Come on, soup. I should have turned this up a little bit more. Tonette brought me the, bought me, not brought. Bought is purchase. Brought is to bring, okay? She bought me these as well. See the little handles and stuff? It's a bunch of different ones. See the handles and stuff? So I'm going to stir my soup with this. Oh, you can't see the soup. Remember, I put lemon on it in the beginning. I don't want any more lemon. I want fish, not lemon heads. So I just need a little simmer on the soup, because see, if this particular soup boils too much, it becomes too thick. I don't like it real thick. Like it starts to get thick. I like it more like a bisque, like a lobster bisque, but it's just, of course, there's no lobster in here, but I want it thick like that, a slight thickness. And since nobody's eating dinner with me, I'm going to taste this and put the spoon back in here. Ain't that how they do on the cooking shows? That's delicious. Chia seeds all over the place. Now, if y'all were coming over for dinner, I would not double dip. I wouldn't put it back in there. Some of y'all nasty. My Aunt Gloria is like that. My Aunt Gloria does that shit all the time. She makes this pasta salad that everybody loves. And she'll have a regular spoon, right? Like a regular tablespoon. And she'll be stirring it in like one of those mixing bowls. And she'll be like stirring it like this. And like the pasta salad will be all up on her thumbs. She'll be like, And then she'll rub it around in the bowl and push it down. I'm like, did you just suck on your thumb and put that in there? Oh, girl, I'm not eating none of that. Or she'll eat off the spoon and then put it back in. She'll be like, here, Craig, taste this. Girl, first of all, you double dipped. Second of all, everybody doesn't want to eat after me and you. She'll do like, just taste some. It ain't gonna kill them. You ain't poison. Not that you poison, but don't nobody want to eat after you done did all of that? Oh, Aunt Gloria. Like, it's just courtesy. Like, I just don't think you should do that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me put this soup in a bowl. That's why I don't eat at everybody's house. And if you have a pet, it's a pretty good chance that I'm not eating at your house. I have to know that you clean. I have to know that you're clean. Because some of y'all nasty. Y'all got pets walking on. No, it ain't going to be cold either. That fish is ready. Watch this. Some of y'all got pets walking around the house. Let me get me a little. Tonette, I would have a glass of this wine right here that you got me, but it's not chilled. It's my favorite wine. It's a Riesling. That light a little too harsh. Can you see that? Chateau Saint Michel. Especially y'all cat lovers. Cats be all pouncing all on the kitchen table. If you don't get his ass off the table, I have a friend in Y'all know my friend Ron in California? He used to have like 5 cats. And I'm like, Ron, I am not staying at your house. The fish is good. It could be a little firmer in the center. But it's not bad because I'm gonna eat it. Y'all know I'm not Catholic, but my grandmother was Catholic and she taught me how to pray. Oh, Cynthia, girl, give me a minute. We're talking about grace. Is it too bright? I don't know about y'all, but I taste my food before I say my grace. I always taste a little bit, and then I come back and say it. But see, it's that little bit that can kill you. No, you need to say it before you start eating. But I always say, I always taste it first, and then I come back. I need a spoon. But I'm gonna tell you this: that dill on this fish is lovely. I had bought that dill for I make a vegan chicken salad sandwich. Right, that one little taste could kill me, take you right out of here. But girl, if it was time for me to go, it's time for me to go. But I make a vegan chicken salad, and I use chickpeas, and I use the dill to put in there. Let me see, was the food good last night? My birthday was amazing. Was the food good last night? What food? Tashina? There are a few more packages that you guys sent me. Rashard picked up the slips today. I'm going to try to get them tomorrow. So I know a few of you sent me some stuff. You inboxed me. I'm going to go and get it. And I'll open it up on here so you guys can see it. And I know somebody's going to be mad because they're like, damn, he bragging again. I'm not bragging. Just sharing. Speaking of. Oh, did y'all want some soup? I'm sorry. Amy, get you a bowl of soup. The bowl of soup is going to be $15. We got Ritz-Carlton prices in here. And she wanted some AC. The AC is on. But we can charge her an extra $7. I was having this conversation with somebody too over the weekend. I think it's important for us to start celebrating our accomplishments and things without feeling like you're bragging. Now, there's a fine line between bragging and celebrating, so don't confuse the two. Did I take the rest of the soup? Well, I did make it. Let me tell you something about this dill. All I put on there was dill, garlic powder, lemon pepper, and Old Bay. We ain't got no Cash App yet. He was sending me a bunch of text messages. Oh, the food at the Queen's. Oh, yes, Tashina. It was good. No, Miss Mary can cook. Miss Mary can cook. So, yeah, it was good. I ain't going to eat it if it ain't good. I'm going to tell you that. This fish right here is tasty. But I think we need to start celebrating. You know, I know for me, like as a kid, and I think oftentimes with like black people, Our family be like, stop all that bragging. But it's not about bragging. It's just about celebrating your accomplishments and your successes. And I think that's a dramatic difference in how, I think that's part of the reason why a lot of white kids feel entitled. You know how we always talk about white folks are so entitled? Part of that is because their parents encourage them to, you know what I mean? To celebrate. And, you know, they make such a big deal about every little thing that their kids do. Oh, my God, you did that all by yourself? That's amazing. Like, we don't do that. We be like, oh, you painted that? Oh, okay. Pass me the oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just go. Oh, come on, went to read some of the book. This is tasty. I should have took out 3 pieces, but that's too much to be eaten. Too much fish. But see, that's it, Alexis. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be around people who don't feel intimidated by your success. You should be able to celebrate your... Now, Alexis, if you bragging and shit... Now, there's a difference. If you bragging... But it's like, you know... If you genuinely celebrating... Like, you should be able to celebrate. And, you know, but if you're around some hating-ass people that just don't like to see you... Like, I write about a hater that I grew up with. See, in my first book. And she was a hater. And we were so close. If this is your first time here, I smack when I eat, so. Exactly. Tonette. I always try to share with y'all. That's why I be telling y'all about all of the stuff that I learned. Yeah, so Amy, then he wasn't really a friend. Let me put this Hey Girl Hey link under here. Folk waiting for their Hey Girl Hey shirts. This fish is tasty. I don't know why my internet cutting out. Is this it? Oh yeah, this is it. All right, I'm dropping the link down. Pardon me. Where the link? Did y'all share this video? Oh, there's a sale? Who trying to buy, Amy? Okay, I just put the link in here for the, see that custom ink link? Cynthia and I think somebody else asked about the Hey Girl Hey shirt. That's the link right there. Hey Girl Hey. The chia seeds, I want to say chia so badly. Oh, okay, Leslie. No, that's not my Cash App. Lynn Wolf, she giving out wrong information. She got CraigTheWriterStewart. Girl, My Cash App is the writer. Let me delete her comment. She got the wrong information now. No, the chia seeds are not dissolved. This is why I said I don't put a lot of them in there. They actually kind of expand a little bit. They kind of expand a little bit, like they kind of fluff up. Thank you, Angela, for putting the correct Cash App. I think Lynn Wolf created a Cash App with CraigTheWriterStewart. She's trying to set work and get y'all to send her that money. I'm just kidding. So look, see, like that's a chunk of chia seeds right there. See that? Yeah, they kind of congeal. But this soup is good. And no, I didn't put anything in the soup. I just put it in the pan, in the pot, and the little chia seeds. Yeah, I used to put them in yogurt too, but you know I don't eat dairy anymore, so I stopped putting them in that because I don't eat that. Up. Ashia sent money through the Cash App. Okay, she got the first 2 books. I have your address. Okay, Parkville, Maryland, my hometown. I'm from Baltimore. All right, somebody. They do have vegan yogurts as well. They have vegan yogurts. Oh! Okay, listen, I almost forgot this. Denise, I actually have pictures on my Facebook page. I was bald a couple summers ago. Completely bald. So listen, so the Airbnb that Angela and I are raffling off for June 2nd. You know, the live podcast is coming up on June 2nd in Atlanta. To get a ticket for that, it's up here in the caption, and I pinned it down here. Well, I didn't pin it, but I'm going to drop it down here again. So if you're coming to the live podcast, order your ticket there. It's going to be in Atlanta. Angela is raffling off her Airbnb. To get in the raffle for the Airbnb, you have to purchase a ticket for the event, and you can Cash App me $25, and you'll be in the raffle. We're going to choose the winner of the Airbnb 1 week from today. 1 week from today, we're going to choose a winner of the Airbnb. Now, if we don't get enough people trying to get the raffle, then we're just going to take it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to just have like 2 or 3 people and then, All right? So if you need to get a ticket for the live podcast on June 2nd, I just put the link down here, but it's also up here in the caption. Okay? That's going to be Saturday, June 2nd in Atlanta. The details are on the private So Much to Say podcast pen pal page. Oh, let me talk about this. Did y'all look at that video that I posted up there with Jada Pinkett? It's called Red Table. It's a new Facebook show that she's doing with her daughter and her mother. It was really powerful. It's only like 19 minutes long. If you didn't see it, it's on my page. It's probably like 2 posts ago. 3. Well, it's like 4 posts ago. I thought it was really powerful. Yeah, it's called Red Table Talk. I think that is so powerful because, for one, I think that it's going to grow so many people in general. But more importantly, I think it's going to grow so many women that find themselves in relationships with men that were married or men who have children with another woman. Like, it was so powerful because they actually got to stand in the other person's shoes for the first time. It's the first time they had that conversation. And they cried. So it was basically a conversation with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith's first wife. The thing that I did not know at the time, I had no idea that Will Smith's first wife left the marriage. I didn't know she ended the marriage. She said in the conversation that she's the one that ended the marriage. But it still was an adjustment. And you know how I always say to you guys that even though you may be the person that end a relationship, oftentimes people think that just because you're the one that ends the relationship that you don't feel any pain. And she said that after she left that marriage, she felt like she was doing her son, this is Will Smith's first wife, she felt like she was doing her son a disservice by not sticking in that marriage, not fighting through it, whatever was going on, because she robbed him of the family life that Will and Jada now have with their kids. But when she said that, I understood where she was coming from with that, but I don't ever believe that a woman, or a man for that matter, should rob themselves of their own happiness for the sake of kids. I think that you definitely want to give your kids the absolute best. You want to give them the best life that you can. But that doesn't mean that you have to suffer in the process for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if she felt like, I'm rubbing my elbow because the inside of my elbow was itching. But I don't think that she should have punished herself by staying in that marriage if she was ready to leave, simply because she wanted her son to have a two-parent household like Will and Jada's kids now enjoy with them. So she said that's the thing that she has to live with, because she ripped her son away from that. But what was really powerful about that conversation for me was that Jada was so, and see, this is why I say to you guys all of the time, don't be so nasty. Whatever your situation or circumstances going on in your life, don't be so nasty. Step outside of your own perspective, your own vantage point, and try to see what another person is thinking or feeling. And what Jada was saying was, when she first met Will, when she and Will started dating, he and his wife, they were separated. But Jada said that she wasn't very compassionate. She wasn't very thoughtful, because she just, in her mind, the relationship was over. But it was still very raw. It was still very sensitive. It was still very touchy. She still has some growing to do. Exactly. Jada has some growing to do. And she just felt like, okay, that relationship is over. We're now in this relationship. But it was still very raw. And Will and his first wife were still figuring out logistics and how to now function separated. And she said, now as a married person, I understand that I should have not gotten into it so much, because she was all in the relationship. She and his first wife, and some of you probably do the same shit. She was all in their marriage, talking to her, hung up on the first wife. Yes, when she said, you in the house that I picked out. But like, that was unnecessary for these two women to be battling like that. And I think that it was really big of Jada to be able to sit on here and talk about it, but it would have been even bigger if she would have been able to be that compassionate back then. And that's what I try to get women to understand about each other. That's what I try to get gay men to understand about each other. We're better together than at odds. You know what I'm saying? If she had just looked at her as another woman and just tried to understand how this woman felt coming out of her marriage, you're now living in the house that I picked out, and there was a child involved, and you just have to be the bigger person. Like, I have a nephew, my youngest nephew. He's in a relationship with this. Well, he's not in a relationship with her now, but he has a kid with this psychopath. I mean, she's absolutely bonkers. The girl that came to my nephew's job, she tased him at work. All of this because she's bitter that he doesn't want to be with her anymore. And now he's moved on to someone else. And she just tries her best to make it difficult at every single turn in their relationship. And it just really doesn't have to be like that. But yeah, so anyway, so that's all I have for tonight. If you're going to purchase books, I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. They will go out tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. You will have the books on Thursday. We running a business over here. So we're going to get your shit to you the next day. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for listening to the podcast with Derek J. I'm actually going to try to work on doing another one with him. I won't release it anytime soon because, we just did the one with him. But there are a lot of things that I forgot to ask him. I didn't forget, but we just kind of went in a different direction. And after the fact, I thought about all of these things. But I've gotten so many messages from you guys about that particular podcast. Some of you said that it was too short. You wanted to know more. So I'm gonna set up something so I can do another podcast with Derek J. You're welcome, Adrian Lancaster. And we'll be talking this week. Get on your job, because I'm trying to get in that military base. But anyway, I just dropped the link in there for the Hey Girl Hey shirts. The information for the books are in there as well. Thank you very much. And I'll see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Tonette got me a tongue scraper. Tonette got me a tongue scraper. So I use my tongue scraper now. I only had to brush my tongue with my toothbrush. I brush my. Thank you, Kalia Skinner. I brush my tongue. I use my tongue scraper. So I use that. So brush your teeth, floss your teeth. Get down on your knees tonight. Say your prayers. If you don't believe in prayer, just sit down for a moment and meditate. Think about your life. Think about today. Think about how you can be a better human being tomorrow. Don't go to work being old nasty, neffy bitch. Giving people hell because you pissed off, or because you got stuck in traffic, or because you didn't get a good night's sleep. Don't go to work terrorizing folk because you didn't get the parking space you wanted at work, and because it was raining and your little suede shoes got wet and shit and the dye's running on your shoes. You should have put a protectant on your shoes. Don't be going to work carrying on because you left your lunch at home, so you hungry. Now you got to spend money that you really didn't want to spend. Don't be mad with people because it's the beginning of the month and you're a little short on your rent and you biting your nails because your check done bounced. Listen, it's $38. It's okay. Been there, done that. I remember one October I had 13 overdraft fees. Baby, when I tell you I was wrecked, I was wrecked. All you got to do is close the bank account and go open up a new one somewhere. All right, have a good night.